Oh, Rita, it is so wonderful to meet you. I want to say, first of all, congratulations on being part
Thank
of Drag
you.
Race Down Under season 3. That is huge.
Yeah,
Now that you've had a little bit of time and space away from the competition, I'm curious how you're feeling about the whole experience.
I have enjoyed every second of it. Um, like there's always, I'm pretty sure Keita once told me, she's like, don't read the comments, like, like this sort of stuff. But I'm in there. I read
Of
everything. I don't
course.
really care. It's funny seeing, all the comments, but there's been a lot of love behind everything. And that's what I'm very excited for. More to showcase, like, myself and my hometown, which has never been ever like recognized on Drag Race ever. So I'm very proud of myself and very happy where everything is going.
Oh, that's good. Is there a moment in particular that you're especially proud of?
Um, I think my riffraff runway, because one, it has actually never been done on, well, don't quote me. I don't think it's ever been done on Drag Race before, but for me, it hits home because
Mhm.
Richard O'Brien lived in Hamilton itself, and we've actually got a statue literally like 2 kilometers down the road that represents Riff Raff. So doing that theme really hits home, and I loved it.
Oh, I love that. That's so amazing. I know that representation is something that has been really important to you. I'm curious how the response has been on that front, and if there's been anybody that's maybe reached out since the beginning of the show that has really touched your heart in particular.
I think Queen Kwong is someone that
Mm-hmm.
I it was really nice just talking to them because they won the last season. They represented themselves and their culture,
Yeah.
and it was just nice having that figure to look up to. And
Mhm.
so I was in awe when she messaged me. I was like, "Oh, me?"
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
She's so amazing. She's an icon.
Yes.
So you got to do Snatch Game. That is
Yeah.
huge. Like it is the challenge and you got to do it. I'm curious now that you've done it if how it was different than what you had expected going in.
Um, hmm. I think, you see it on TV and it all seems good, but in the moment, it's very, very stressful. And rushing to like write down your answers, and you're thinking of the answer, but then you're thinking of making sure you're like still giving it to the cameras, and there's just a lot going on. So I think for me, I definitely struggled with that, but also the characterizations. Like
Mhm.
I went into the competition with two choices, and then I ended up having to choose a third choice.
Yes.
Very stressful because I literally had nothing at all to go off. I did audition with Cardi B, but it was such a bad part, like Kiwi like version, and I was kind of like in my head in that moment.
It's
Yeah.
hard. It is hard. I couldn't do it. I'm not good at improv and it looks incredibly hard and stressful. I do want to talk about one of your other choices though, Mr. Bean. As the judges pointed out, Mr. Bean does not talk. Did you have a plan for that?
Yeah, so like he's got his teddy, and I was
Uh-huh.
gonna like reenact a lot with the teddy. And like Mr. Bean's very like the facials, and that was kind of what I was going to like envision for
Uh-huh.
Mr. Bean. Yeah,
Oh, I part of me almost wishes we could like rewind because I just want to see how that was going to play out. It sounds hilarious.
me too.
So then you also had the Night of 1,000 themes, which is always one of my favorite runways, but it's also one of the trickiest because you guys are all taking inspiration from the same thing, and there's always somebody who takes inspiration from the same thing. And I was wondering what it's like in the workroom in that moment where two girls pull out similar looks because it happened a few times on this runway. I feel like
Did.
there's probably an opportunity for shade that we missed.
um, it was well. First of all, like my Kylie look, I didn't think anyone would choose because it's so niche to her
Mhm.
specific song, and I kind of thought people would go all out, the white jumpsuit, those sort of
Mhm.
things, the gold booty shorts, but no one did that, and I was like, I should have had a backup. Thanks. But no, like I remember when we were unpacking, me and Ashley looked over at each other and we're like, we've got the same look. um, and I don't think we really talked much on it, even in person, but we're like, you know what? I think for me, it was, I wanted to make sure I served it on the runway
Mhm.
and do all that. Like, I had everything planned when it comes to the runway itself, like the hood, the glasses, the microphone. So
Yeah.
I just served it, and the judges loved it. So yeah,
Yeah. They ate it up. For good reason. I appreciated all of your accessories. I was like, she is really doing this.
I came with all the props.
So, okay. I've been asking the girls who they think the shadiest of them all because I feel like this season is wonderfully shady and I love a shady queen. This is like the highest compliment for me. I'm curious for you who you think the shadiest queen in the workroom is this season.
Can I give two options?
Oh, yeah.
Um, Sadly, my sister Flor, but I think it's a really good shade. Like, it's really funny, and I think her little laugh after every time she shades someone is hilarious. Um, and the second option would be Ashley Madison.
She's a popular selection.
I think so.
So, okay, you are the season's first official lip sync assassin.
Ooh,
I'm curious how you feel about that title if you wear it proudly.
I do. Lip syncing is what I really enjoy doing, and the first, you're in the bottom the first time, so I was going for it. I was making sure that I was not getting sent home second. And then I guess it's how you interpret the song as well.
Yeah.
So for that second lip sync, I was giving emotion and drive because, I've already been in the bottom once. I didn't want to go home second. But for me, like, I love lip syncing. I love performing. And that was kind of, I don't want to say it's really nice to be doing it, but I really enjoyed lip syncing. Out of anything though, going into the competition, the first two lip syncs that I did was the two songs I really wanted. So I was
Oh.
going for it.
Well, let's talk about one of those lip syncs because, like, that's the thing. Like, you looked the most joyful in those moments when you were lip syncing. Like, you could really see your passion for drag, but you are also part of like kind of a herstory making lip sync.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about what was going through your head when Ivory fainted and then you guys ended up having to lip sync the next day?
Yeah.
Take me back to that a little bit.
I think like you're in the moment of having to lip sync for your life. So I was already in my like power stance. I was ready to go. I was ready to lip sync for my life. But then as soon as I heard the judges kind of going like, oh, is someone, like I clicked straight away and I literally saw her fumbling. And the only thing that I could do is literally run over there and like hold her up to make sure she wouldn't fall over. It was very scary because,
Yeah.
I don't want to say you think it's fake or you think it's real, but like it was for me in the moment, all I wanted to do is make sure she was okay.
Yeah.
And so I remember watching it back, me and Bumper literally ran over and held her up. Like it was scary. It was very scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked really scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you did a solo show for Rue the following day. How
I
was that
know.
experience? Was it weird not having the other girls in the room watching you guys lip sync?
I think it was just weird, not like only RuPaul and that's it. Like if
Yeah.
there was more judges, I felt like I might have been a little bit more comfortable, but because you're literally performing to one person and RuPaul out of drag, like it was I I don't know, I guess I was nervous, but I knew what
Yeah.
I wanted to do. I knew where I needed to do it. And um even if there was one person, 100 people in a room, I would still do exactly what I did.
I love it. I love it. So, if this is just the beginning, I truly believe that. I feel like we have not seen the end of Rita Menu. You are
Yeah.
too iconic. We need more. We need to see the rest of the pages. I want it to be like the Cheesecake Factory. I don't know if you have that in Australia, but it has
We
many
do.
pages. Okay. So, given the chance, would you want to come back for All Stars or a versus season? And
Of
what would it
course.
take to get you to come back?
Um I think for me, opportunities come once, and as long as you just go for it, that's all that matters. So, like, if it does pop up again, I will take it within a heartbeat. I've learned a lot from my season already, and I want to now show that
Yeah.
I've learned. You know what I mean? So like being
Yeah.
new to drag and all that, it was a huge learning curve for me to get into Drag Race itself. So I've learned so much from the judges, my peers, and I want to now show that, show
Oh,
my
I
growth.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Okay, my
I've got
last
big
question.
now.
My last question for you is I'm curious, you guys seem like even though there is shade in the room, there is a real sisterhood. Have you guys all kept in touch post filming? And if so, what does that group DM look like?
Yes, we all do. I think when we first went into the competition, like after day one or day two, we all clicked so well, and we've continued that throughout the season and afterwards. And we even went to Drag Expo, and we all finally all caught up together. So that was really lovely. Yeah, we all talk. We'll have our group. I've got my messages that I send to individual people. So we've got like, the ones that I'm really close with. But it's all really lovely, and we all kind of just get together and talk some shit. Why not? But yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely having a bigger sisterhood than what I have right now.
Oh, I love that. Rita, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for taking the time for me to chat with me today. I'm so excited to see what you do next, and I have enjoyed watching your journey so, so much.
Thank you
It's
so
been great.
much. It's lovely to meet you, Rachel.
Oh, have a wonderful day.